Assalamu-Alikum and welcome back. So our today topic is the one theoretical question, and that is define teaching and elaborate the concept in the light of theoretical perspective. Because teaching is a complex concept, and that has been defined and elaborated upon by various theorists and educators. Here's the comprehensive definition and elaboration of teaching from a theoretical perspective. Because teaching is a purposeful and intellectual process of facilitating learning where an educator or teacher creates an environment that fosters students' cognitive, emotional, social growth. So, teaching involves the transmission of knowledge, skill, and values, as well as the development of critical thinking, problem solving, and creativity. So teaching is an art and it is an academic process. In this process, teaching our students are made motivated by a number of ways to learn. A teacher begins with the students' views to about different things that what do they know and think about the topic. So the teacher keep in mind the prior knowledge of the students. Teaching positively influences the way students think, act, and feel. According to the definition, that it is a process in which students are prepared for learning by providing initial structure to clarify planned outcomes and indicate derived learning strategies. The teachers provide sufficient opportunities in the classroom for students to practice and apply what they are learning and give improvement-oriented feedback. So the teacher provides assistance to enable the students to engage in learning activities productively. In the process of teaching, the teachers take their students from a level of unknown to the level of understanding the new concepts. Therefore, the effective teacher is one who contributes to the learning environment by increasing keen interest of the students. For the purpose of teaching, the teacher has to play five major roles. These roles are included as below. The first role is as a subject matter expert. In this, a teacher possesses through knowledge of subject matter and go beyond the standard textbook materials. So, teachers develop important and original thought on the subject matter. They tackle issues related to the discipline and the process of their knowledge. Because it is a process of transmitting knowledge and skills through explicit instruction, reinforcement, and feedback. So, this perspective emphasizes the role of teacher as a transmitter of knowledge and the student as a passive recipient. Now, as a pedagogical expert, the teachers set appropriate learning goals and objectives and communicate them clearly. They show positive attitudes toward the subject, work to overcome difficulties that might hindrance in learning for the learners. So they evaluate and mark students' work fairly. They guide students through critical thinking and problem solving process and help them to develop their own understanding about the topic. So teachers provide feedback to students about their progress in learning. So this perspective emphasizes the role of the teacher as a facilitator of a personal growth as a student, as a unique individual with inherent worth. The next is as an excellent communicator. In this, a teacher demonstrates effective oral and written communication, good organizational abilities, and planning skills. In this, he or she helps students learn to use effective communication skills, utilize teaching tools appropriately and effectively. So, this perspective emphasizes the role of the teacher as a critical facilitator of the social change. Now, as a student-centered mentor, a teacher tries to encourage each student to learn through a variety of methods and encourages a student's participation, take his or her students to higher intellectual level. like this for this day teacher as a critical facilitator uh, toward each and every student. The next is as a systematic and continual assessor, like a teacher make an appropriate procedure for student outcome assessment in order to improve students' learning perspective. He or she systematically assess his or her teaching, keep the class material fresh and new, so he or she uses a new teaching styles to achieve the objective of successful students learning by identifying his or her own weakness and shortcomings in the teaching process. So learning is very easy and natural process for the small children, but it becomes hard and difficult for the students or for the children as they grow older. So learning can be made as a natural and at school only if education and teaching is based on experiences in the life of the children. As an author says that the list of the 10 characteristics of quality teaching, like Catlin 10-point model, covered the following areas. The first area included that a focus on students' achievement. The next is pedagogical practices that create a caring, inclusive, and cohesive learning communities. The next is effective links between school and the cultural context of the school. So the school is related toward the culture. The next is quality teaching is responsive to students' learning process. The next is learning opportunity are effective and sufficient. The next is multiple task and context support learning cycles. Curriculum goals are effectively aligned and pedagogy scaffold feedback on students' task management engagement. Next is pedagogy promote learning orientation, student self-regulation, metacognitive strategies, and thoughtful student discourse. And the last point is teacher and student engage constructively in goal-oriented assessment. So these areas cover the different uh, model.